Very good afternoon to you out there. Yes, it's the Sunday show. Again, we come your way to spice up your Sunday. And as we know, Sundays are usually a day of rest, a day of reflection, a day of worship. Did you go to church out there? It's another beautiful edition of the show, the Sunday show. I am Pamela Zamfara. And now we have a topic that you definitely want to listen to. I won't be letting the cat out of the bag just yet. And my guest is seated in the studio already. But we will go on a short musical break. When we come back, you get to know what our topic of discussion is and you get to meet my guest. So please go nowhere. Thank you for rejoining us. Thank you so much. All right. A Vietnamese proverb says, brothers and sisters are like hands, like the hands and feet. And as you know, your sibling is the lens in which you remember your childhood, all the childhood fun and memories, you know. So you need your sibling. But what happens when there's rivalry between you and your siblings? What happens? You know, that is what we will be discussing today, sibling rivalry. And as I said, after the break, you get to meet my guest. And my guest is seated right here in the studio. My guest is Kelly Presh. Welcome to the studio. I like your name. That's why I smiled after calling your name.
Thank
Kelly
you very
Presh.
much. I really appreciate it.
Welcome to the studio.
My pleasure.
So we will be discussing sibling rivalry. We went to the streets of Abuja. We usually go to the streets of Abuja to find out what the residents of Abuja think. So we'll watch that together and come back to the studio. So we would be going now to the streets to find out.
From my understanding about sibling rivalries, where brothers and sisters get to not like themselves and they hit each other at their toes and don't agree. And what I feel is the cause of it, or one of the major cause of it, is is the upbringing, because where I'm from in the east, sometimes we get to have this preferential treatment to the first son, um, or the first and only son.
Sibling rivalry is when two adults that have been tied by blood. I mean, the same mother, the same father, start having issues, one issue or the other. But I think one of the causes of sibling rivalry could be due to their upbringing, due to how they are raised by their mom or their dad. So I feel one thing I know as a person is that when you raise your kids up well, they grow up with that upbringing. No matter how much they stray, they will always remember that there's something we were taught at home.
For joining us after watching that Vox Pop from the streets. Let's remember that the Sunday Show is a call-in program where you get to call and say your opinion about the topic being discussed, or we could just play you a song and you can send your shout outs too. Now, my guest, Kelly Presh, he is a therapist and he's right here in the studio. We listened to that together. What's your opinion? Do you think what our respondents said, are they totally correct, or you would want to add a little to what sibling rivalry is?
Okay, I think they are not really far from what sibling rivalry actually is. But to define sibling rivalry, it simply means the jealousy, the competition, and the fighting among siblings. Now, one of the respondents said that it happens between adults. But I want to establish that sibling rivalry actually starts from childhood. When parents have a kid and now they don't have a second child, once the second child comes into play, the first child naturally starts, fighting the second child. So sibling rivalry is in stages.
Okay.
First of all, I said is a jealousy, then now the competition, then the fighting. So first of all, jealousy occurs naturally. You see your parents favoring one child and not favoring you, you become jealous. Then the next phase of it is the competition. So you now see the kids now competing either to get their parents' favor or to outshine each other. Now, when this is not handled properly, it now gets to the third stage, which I call the fighting stage.
Wow.
So first is the jealous stage, the competitive stage, the competition, and the fighting stage. And each of these stages can be controlled before it gets to the third stage.
Okay. Well, you actually outlined a lot of things. I was going to say, okay, what are the causes? But you had already started mentioning the causes. Maybe you should still, throw more light on the causes of.
Okay, there could be a couple of things that could cause sibling rivalry. But I'm going to lay my emphasis more on parental upbringing because this is the one that I think can be controlled. A lot of the causes, some of them cannot actually be controlled from the psychological point of view, but the one that can actually be controlled is parental upbringing. So when parents have kids and they tend to talk to one in a more favorable manner than the other one, you see it can breed sibling rivalry. Or let's say you have a new baby now, and the whole attention moves from the old baby to the new baby. One thing parents don't understand is that kids' psychology, they are so smart. Like their psychology can pick up what you do. That's why you see a child who doesn't know any vulgar word comes out starts speaking vulgar word because he has been hearing either his parents or people say it. Initially, he might not repeat it there, but their brain picks and grabs. Yeah. So their brain actually understands your movement. Their brain understands your body language as much as it will shock you. A child's psychology can understand when a mom actually favors another child just by the body language. So if parents can be very careful the way they do this, it can actually curb this. I can give a very typical example.
Okay.
You have a new child, and you have a child already, then you now have a new baby upbringing. Now, if you can be conscious about how you manage this attention, now, if actually for any reason you're going to shift attention to one, let this one understand.
Why?
Kids understand. You call the child and say, you see, your brother is too small. He or she needs to suck. He or she needs me to cuddle. So that's why I can't carry you and carry him. But I want you to know that as the elder brother, you should look out for him. So when I'm carrying him, you can stay close. So that when he also grows, you understand how to take care of him.
That increases the bond between
Yes, between the kids. So this one
too.
understand that mommy is shifting attention not because he hates me, but because this one needs what I got when I was growing.
Definitely.
Now, another thing I want to point out is this. There's something some parents do which is really, really not good. Now, you have 3 kids at home, and they come home with their school results. And one is doing so well in sciences, the other one is not doing well, and one is average. And you look at the result and you say, can't you see your brother? Can't you see your sister? Can't you see the way he's doing well at school and you're not doing well? No. No, 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 no. Every child has a psychological build. Everybody must not be book smart. Let me explain something. There's a difference between being intelligent and being brilliant. So when you have a brilliant child and another child is intelligent, and you want to compare the brilliant child with the intelligent child, you will be triggering sibling rivalry. Let me break it down. A brilliant child is a child who can study and understand by books. He can read, assimilate, and pass exams. An intelligent child might not be able to do that, but he has a high IQ to assimilate and break down things in his own way. So if parents can understand that every child must not come home with excellent results, am I against kids doing well at school? No. What I'm trying to advocate is the manner in which you approach it. So this guy is high flying in mathematics, this guy is English, this one is nothing but skill. So if parents can talk to their kids based on their area of strength, there will be no sibling rivalry. So when I know you are strong in this area and my parents are singing your praise in your strength, and they come to my area of strength and sing my praise and come, so the kids grow up knowing that we have individual differences and we can flourish differently without getting in each other's ways.
Wow, definitely. That's correct. Okay, we'll hold that thought and go on a short break, another short break. When we come back, our phone lines will be open and my guest will still be in the studio. I am enjoying this show because my guest is, hitting the nail on the head just where it should be. So please stay back because my guest is still around and I still have lovely music to play you. All right, let's go on that break.
That baby come be mine now. I don't my shit down. In all the days you don't take. I don't my shit down. Say baby give me your love. I don't my shit down. Because I love you with all my heart. Go romance me now. Oh, wind up, hey yeah, oh my, school, Taliana, oh mama, oh father, oh nana. I said no other, Asia, China. You know I wanna control ya, oh cha, oh my. Now is in the eyes of the beholder, oh my God. If you give me love, I give you more than oh my God. If you want me, girl, I want you. Oh my baby, what you do, I do to you. I like my love, not the cocoa. If I give it to you, girl, you go jogodo. Oh yeah, give me the contour. Come here, come get in this photo. Yeah, my heart is bigger than the ocean. Baby, let me be your aquaman. And if you give me your lotion, I'm available, girl, when you come for the area. So all the man them Joe Ajo, all the boys down Kologo. So let the dance to Kologo. You're failing me, baby, while I'm golo. I'm the king of the Kunto, and they loving the way I do this uncle. Yeah, I'm a kawaii and jogodo. Same that baby, come be mine now. I don't want shit down. In all the days you don't take, I don't want shit down. Say baby give me your love, I don't want shit down. Because I love you.
Welcome back from that break. It's still the Sunday show and we've been discussing sibling rivalry. Our phone lines are open now. You can call in to tell us what you think about sibling rivalry, or we play you pick a number, we play you a song, a beautiful song to spice up your Sunday, or you could just send your shout outs. Now my guest is still in the studio, Kelly Presh, the therapist. So we were talking about triggers to sibling rivalry, and I don't know, our culture is so rich and diverse, and we have like laid down rules or tradition for everything. Does our tradition tend to cause sibling rivalry in a way? Because they say, oh, this is the first one, no, this is the daughter of the house, she's the first daughter, all those things that have already been put in place. Do you think they have a way of increasing or causing sibling rivalry? And we have our first caller. You just hold that thought right there. All right. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Yes, please. Please, can you play this song?
What song do you want to be played?
Ayebo.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Wisdom Diamond. I'm calling for 1,000.
Okay, where? 1,000 unit estate, where?
Abuja.
Oh, okay. He's calling from Kuje. Wow. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so before that call came in, he wants a song to be played. So before that, you were about to respond.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, another phone. All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Izzy Kotochko.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Airport Road.
From Airport Road. Could you please step aside, move from your TV set, because I can actually hear myself talk. Okay.
Okay.
What would you want to do? You want to contribute to the topic being discussed?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear you.
This topic, I just want to do that deeper attention.
Okay, thank you.
I did not give blessing people.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, but I didn't hear what you said.
I feel like we don't keep blessing people.
Amen.
Okay, blessing us. Amen. Amen. All right. All right, thank you so much for calling the Sunday show.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll jump right into answer that. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to fault the culture. I can't fault tradition because tradition was there before I was born. Tradition is something that has been laid out.
Okay.
So I can't say the tradition is causing sibling rivalry or could cause sibling rivalry. But what I'm going to say is the firstborns that get this inheritance due to tradition that could lead to sibling rivalries, if they can have some common sense and have some wisdom to know that why culture is passing these things down to you.
Once the phone lines are open, we keep. Let me keep this. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Okay, yes. Where are you calling
I
from?
have an issue.
Okay.
For example,
Yes. Can you move away from your...
two children.
Mr. George, can you move away from your TV set so we can hear you clearer?
She has two boys. Is it better now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, she has two boys and she has this special preferential treatment she gives to the younger one, which is more brilliant than the elder one.
Okay.
Presently, as I'm talking to you, like 25 to 30 years later, is that elder one that could not even finish school and was being treated badly and all that, he is the one presently taking care of the mom as we speak. And the younger one, which was intelligent, that had the opportunity of finishing school, had all the special treatment, he was giving everything he needed because he was brilliant in school.
Okay.
He was always coming first, had the good results. Presently, as I'm talking to you, he has spent almost like 2 to 3 years without coming to see the mom. Doesn't even contribute to background, doesn't even do anything, doesn't show any concern.
All right.
I want to seek something. I think therapists can enlighten us on this kind of situation.
Thank you so much for calling us. My guest had already spoken about that.
Yeah.
Yes, you threw light,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
yes.
To answer this question, I'm going to say something now. Sometimes when you give children so much attention more than others, you are teaching them how to become passive. You are teaching them how to breed contempt. You are teaching them how not to pay attention to little issues that they should pay attention. So when they are grown, how can they now pay attention to you? The one that you didn't give attention to fought all his lifetime to get your attention. And he continues fighting when he's grown. So this other one that didn't work for it just comes on a platter. When he's grown, he becomes so complacent. So when parents are giving children some of this preferential treatment above the other one, they are training them to become complacent. Now, right now, what can be done to the young man? He needs therapy actually. He needs to be taught that you giving this opportunity when you are growing is for you to also give back when you're grown.
Okay.
It is not for you to keep receiving. So somebody like this wants to keep getting. If you talk to this young man, he will tell you that, oh, his mom should call me, my dad should call me. They don't have that kind of sensitivity.
All right. So let's pick another call. Thank you so much. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm so sorry. I cannot. Yeah, how are you? Good afternoon. What's your name? Good afternoon. How are you doing? What's your name? Oh, good afternoon. I don't think this child is. Okay, can hear me. All right. So, still
Calls that
another
keep
call.
coming.
Calls just keep coming. All right. Good afternoon. Yes, we are.
We'll play your song, don't
We'll
worry.
play your song. Don't worry. All right. Thank you.
Okay, to answer the culture question, I was saying that as an elder person, like as a first child, when you get this inheritance, you should know you have to share it amongst your siblings.
Even if there's a female.
Now, even if there is a female, because let me throw some light on that female stuff.
Okay,
Okay,
so
get the call and I'll throw some light on that.
hello. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon. How are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ido Airport Road.
Ido Airport Road. May we know your name and what would you want to do? You want to contribute?
No, ma, I want to tell me to play a song, ma.
Okay. What song would you want?
Worthy of my praise by this Oyeko.
Okay. We'll check that and play it for you. Thank you.
Thank
Musical
you, ma'am.
request. All right.
Okay, now, being a female, when you marry to another family, it does not change your bloodline. Your blood is not transfused into the
that
man's
of-
blood.
yes.
You still carry that family's DNA. So I don't see a reason why you shouldn't get an inheritance as a woman. Some people might disagree to this, but this is my idiosyncrasy on this. And as a first son, when you receive this inheritance, as a leader, because a leader should serve, you should think of your siblings first and share it accordingly. If you do that, it can curb this sibling rivalry. You don't get it and take it to yourself.
All right.
You don't try to be a ruler, because a ruler just dictates and grabs everything. But a leader is servanthood. So if first son should understand that, we shouldn't be blaming culture. Culture says give it to the first son, but
The
culture
first one should know.
should
Because
know.
I'm trying to hurry
Yes,
you.
yeah.
So-
The first son should know that I should split this amongst my siblings.
All right, thank you so much. We're actually running out of time.
Yeah.
It's just 30 minutes and it's almost elapsed and we have a musical. Let me pick this. Oh, okay, we missed that call. So in very few words, let me pick this. Hello, good afternoon. All right. Okay, so in very few words, is there a place for therapy in all of this? Like in just a sentence?
Yes, there is a place for therapy, because some kids who go through this rivalry amongst themselves, most of them end up with depression. And let me tell you, they become serial hurters, like they start hurting people. When you see people who don't do well in relationships, you see a man who goes through this, his wife becomes his rivalry too. When he gets married, what he couldn't conquer with his brother or with his sister, he wants to conquer with his wife. He starts stepping on his wife. You see a woman that went through something like that, he wants to step on her husband. So they go through, they have depression and they have some other psychological issues. So I advise they can get some help. If they need some help, I can help them. We're
All
always
right,
here for that.
thank you so much. We pick the last call for the day. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Michael Victor. I'm calling from Abuja Airport Road.
Okay, sir. Please go ahead and make your contributions.
Please, I want you to play music for me.
Okay. we definitely have a lot of musical requests, so we'll play a song now. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, this is actually the much we can take on this show this day. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Mr. Kenny Fresh. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. So, if you have a child there, treat your children with love and equally. Treat them with love, treat them equally. Ensure that sibling rivalry is eradicated or brought to the barest minimum. From the entire production crew, I remain Pamela Zamfara. Have a lovely day.
He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed.
Nigga don't they wear Nike Canvas. Now you be correct guy.
He's allowed.
Only you 10 bottles, 10 models in the club. Omo you reach that.
He's allowed.
You dey rap with 4 different accents. Yeah, Omo you speak chai.
He's allowed.
Only you smoke weed, smoke skunk, smoke glue, smoke cigar, smoke shisha.
He's allowed.
All due respect to your feelings. CBN in the building. This year is clear by the wrist where we go separate the real man from the children. No long yelling. It's about to be your famine. Niggas don't know what we planning. Niggas don't know what we planning.
He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed. He's allowed.